All right, y'all. This is 2014 Z51 C7 Corvette right here. This is my dad's, and what I'll be doing on it today is replacing the coolant reservoir over here. And the dealership wanted to quote. They quoted $1,000 to replace just the reservoir. It's right there. I told them we're doing that ourselves because that is ridiculous. I mean, you're gonna have to take the fuse boxes off, these fuel lines. It's not hard. They're all quick connects. There's no videos on YouTube that I've been able to find doing this, because I looked it up. I was like, oh, how hard can it be? No one's doing it. There might be some out there, but they weren't very helpful. So I will be making one today to help out fellow people as myself, and we'll see how it does. I'll see how long it takes me, and yeah, this is my first very own YouTube video I've ever made, so I'll try to keep it quick, and I'll try to do things that other people don't do, and just not talk too much, and I'll just do step by step what I did and how everything works. So let's see how it goes. First thing, since you'll be doing the fuse box, you'll be removing it, you're gonna want to take the ground off your battery, which is right here. And this is a new battery, but yeah, you just take that nut off. I'm not even gonna show you how to do it. You should be able to do that. And then I'll let you know. So, only thing I needed was a 10mm. You just loosen this one, and it'll come right off. And make sure you'll either tape it up, hold it, but make sure it doesn't ever fall down there, because you don't want it connecting ground rail. Like if it ends up moving around. Anyway, next thing, you need to move these out of the way. It's a push connect fitting. You push both ends, or one end. I'll figure it out, and I'll let you know what I end up doing. And just to get to this, because you're gonna have to pull these two levers up and pull that out. And you're gonna have to take this, which I believe it's a 13mm, out. When I took this off for the first time, I've done this before. I forget, we were doing spark plugs a few months ago, and I actually broke this piece of plastic off. I didn't break the metal connecting this. That's a positive going to the fuse box. But I cracked it a little bit, because this, for some reason, was really tight. It probably hasn't been touched since manufacture, and I was just with my 3/8, you know, just loosening it. There's no rust or anything. There's no reason why it should break, but a technique you can use is using an impact. 3/8 impact. You just tap it a little bit, and the impact motion of hammering that nut on there, it's different than just doing the whole torque, right? And that took it right off when I did that. And I'll show you, I'll be doing that technique again this time, because I'm not trying to break anything. All right, so yes, first thing, I'll be doing this. All right. So for some reason, this one's upside down. You need to push this is in, like it's all flush. It's kind of hard for the camera to see, but you can see this one, how that lip is there. You need to push the center of that lip of this quick connect. Here, this is a better one. I'm not going to touch this one, but you push that, and it comes right off. One-handed. You just push this gray piece down. You don't have to do anything with that side, and then when you plug it in, you just like that. And that's what I'll be doing with this. I'm gonna have to get a flathead screwdriver and push up on the other side while I'm pushing that way, and that'll get it to come out. And then this one, let's see if I can get a good frame here. I'll be flathead right on this, and it just comes out just like that. There we go. And this plastic is really brittle, guys, over time. When I worked at dealerships and stuff like that, you end up breaking a lot of these, because if they end up being kind of close to exhaust, They heat up, get cool, heat up, get cool. Plastic does not like that over time, so they get really brittle, so you got to be careful doing this stuff. Do not rush it at all. It's gonna be a bad day. Oh, great. Just gotta get it good. You can twist it a little bit too. There we go. It's just like that. So here, I'll show you how it works. You push it up, it rests like that, and it closes it, and then you push it up. It's not too much movement, but it works when you push this side. So I'm seeing now you have these two. These are all breather hoses for the oil, and there's one that goes in there. See if I can get the camera to focus. Anyway, there's one that goes down there, and have no idea where it goes, but connects to here. So I'm going to take this, come on, focus. I'm going to take this Y fitting off here and try to go around it, because since this is off, I might be able to push this and get the reservoir out, but we'll see. I just need to do this, get this off of here, so I can just hide those out of the way, because you can disconnect them, but it doesn't put any pressure on them. And the less stuff I need to touch with this brittle plastic, the better, because every time you take those off, you just risk breaking stuff. And when I can just get it completely out of the way and just leave it how it is, that's the way I prefer doing. But you can do whatever you want. I'll show you how to remove the fuse box. You want to very carefully, you just go up like that, and you just go up like that. So let's take this cover off. Make sure there's nothing. No, there is no screws in there. Leave that on. Okay. It just pushes itself up. Now I'm gonna take that nut I was talking about off. You guys can't quite see it. I'm gonna take this positive nut off, and like I said, 13 mil in an impact will do great. Just put your impact on it, and it breaks right off. We'll be trying to actually work on the fuse box. Is this another? Oh, you see that? It just popped up. Look at that. There we go. I just showed you how to do it. So what I did, this is a different type of quick connect. You don't push down, you push up. These were hanging down, and you push it up and lift up on it with a little screwdriver or something, and it will pop out. I'm kind of surprised how easy this is going. I already got it. All I had to do is remove a nut right here. They're both 10 millimeters, and then remove a bolt that goes into this hole that is right behind that, and it's loose. And then I got the new one here just for reference. There's a hose that plugs into the back. It just pulls out. It's just by suction. And then there's, I believe, a quick connect fitting on the bottom. That's the hardest one to get to. I am going to remove the fuse box. It's not that hard, just so I can have a little more room to fit my hands in there. Try to guess how to do it. There's a little clip right here. You just got to push that way. And here, I'll demonstrate on this one. It's in. You just got to push that way, and it slides out. They all do that. You're just going to need both hands to do it. And then make sure you take pictures of the lineup, but they are all in the, there's not really a way you can mess up which ones they go to, but it is very important that you don't cross these two, obviously. So just make sure you're paying attention to that before you put it back together. And then I believe there's just that nut here for the case, but we're about to find out how to get that box off. 10 mil here, 10 mil here, and come out in the center, bam, 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 and then you just walk it out. You're probably just gonna leave these here. There's nothing you can do to get those out. I'm not messing with them, and hopefully that'll allow me to more room to see what I'm doing under here. Got the fuse box off, and I put plastic baggies over these because I was worried about a little coolant leaking out of here, because it will leak moving it around. So I'd put plastic baggies over there. You don't want water getting in there. If you got a little bit, I'm sure it wouldn't cause too much of an issue. Blow it out if you can. But yeah, I'm sure it won't hurt if you do that. And so after I did the fuse box, you can move it all around, and that's the 90-degree fitting right there that everyone's been talking about. I'm sure that's the thing that's leaking. All you got to do is pull this clip, it looks like a paper clip pretty much, out, and that'll come right out. And it just has a hose clamp over here, and that'll go on your new. I'm probably gonna have my dad pick up a whole new fitting, because unless if I see this is cracked for some reason over here, then that's your problem. But I think it's the fitting. So let's get this off here and see what's off here, guys. Is you just, it literally just undoes just like that, and you pull it off and it'll come right off. So I'm gonna need 2 hands to do this, but it just pulls out just like that. And same thing with installing it. You just push it update. So we already covered that the reservoir was not cracked. That's not leaking. It's this 90-degree fitting. Like I said, the dealer said $1,000 to replace that for labor. It took me under an hour to get in there and do it, and that was my first time ever doing something like this. So I didn't break nothing. We'll see how it goes back together, but I'm not worried about it at all. And they said the reason my dad only bought this was because this isn't the only part. They do not sell just this fitting. They might sell some stuff like it, but they don't sell just this fitting. They do sell, it's routed like this. It connects to this hose as well at this Y right here. That's taped off. Yeah, that Y right here, and then it goes that way, and it plugs in over here. It's about 2 foot long hose with a Y in it. That's over $200 from the dealer. And I don't see the problem with, you know, this is my dad's car. It's not like it's a customer's, but even if I had a customer that did this, I'd honestly feel comfortable with replacing a hose same grade, same size as this. I can get at, let's say, Ace Hardware, and put just a piece of rubber here with a few hose clamps. You know, I don't, for the amount of money it will save, and I can always open it up if it doesn't work, which I don't know why it wouldn't work. I'm just gonna do that. There's literally no problem with that at all. It's gonna save us a lot of money. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the store and go find a piece that covers this. Like I said, it's just a hose clamp that comes on there, just pulls right off, and hose clamp holding on that 90 degree. They really should start selling these 90 degrees, because I would buy that if it was an option. But like I said, it only comes with the other hoses. It's sold all in one piece. So yeah, I'll update you when I get back to the store, and I'll let you know what I used and how much it was and all that. I am back from the store. I went to Home Depot. They didn't have nothing. I went to O'Reilly and was able to get heater hose. It's just coolant hose, but some thick stuff. It's gonna be really rugged, probably more rugged than this. It's about the same thickness though. This is a different size on each end, but I can make it work. It's so it's gonna plug in on this Y fitting right here. Then a hose clamp, I'll probably double layer it, put 2 hose clamps, and then I just cut a piece that's the same length as this stuff, and I'll put a hose clamp right there, and it's gonna be good as new. I mean, I don't know why I'm sure the car enthusiasts or the Corvette enthusiasts will get mad at that, but guess what? I just saved upwards of $1,200 by doing that. So it pays off. And if it doesn't work, I can go get the hose, honestly. So I'm even gonna return the new one. This was $100. It's just a piece of plastic at the end of the day. So yeah, gotta refill the coolant afterwards, but I'll let you know, and we'll run it for a few days and see what happens. Guys, that took about 5 to 10 minutes. Make sure there's just a screw coming out of the firewall. It's not, I bet it won't really affect anything if you actually don't do it. Where is it? Right here. That piece of rubber, it goes through, but it's just an extra securing point. But just make sure you tighten these. They don't really have to be, just snug them up, and it's tight in there. And I got my hose in there. That's the new one. Make sure you don't make it too long where it's like 90-degree bent. I made sure it's not too long, and there's going to be good flow coming out of there. So yeah, I'm gonna fill it up, run it, make sure it's up to temp, take it for a drive, and see if we got any leaks. But now I gotta put the fuse on. Be careful taking this oil breather off the valve cover off. I did not break this time, but I really don't understand how they expect us to take this off. But the last time I was doing spark plugs on this, you need to get all this off, by the way, to do spark plugs. And this is just, it pushes in there and locks onto the valve cover. And this is just a breather hose. It's not, I'm just gonna punch it in, but be careful taking it out because it does have teeth. Just press it in there, and yeah, that's just one thing to note. But it's all back together. Everything's tight. Just remember all those nuts. Just put it back together in the same order you took it off, or the opposite order. Make sure this is secure. This shouldn't move too much. Make sure they press all the way down. But everything's plugged in. Refill your coolant, obviously, and run it and see what happens.